A very good morning to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. As you all know, from Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. in the morning, we come up with the Hindu analysis. Today is 9th February and we are here with the Hindu analysis of 9th February. अगर मेरी आवाज आ रही है, just write in the comments, yes sir, you're audible, so that we can start our session. So today is actually Thursday, 9th February, as Thursday, 9th February, and we are here with the Hindu analysis of that. So first page पे important articles है, we'll be discussing about that. So the first here is Turkey Syria quake deaths near 12,000. जैसे कि आपको पता होगा कि टर्की और सीरिया में अर्थक्वेक आए हैं, तो उसमें डेथ्स लगभग 12,000 के आसपास चले गए. We'll be discussing about it. Then this is the most important article of today. RBI lifts loan cost to tame inflation. Basically repo rate बढ़ा दिया है RBI ने. So that would be very very important. Repo rate has been increased. So that would become very very important. Now you can see it here. Let's talk about it. The death toll from massive earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria is above 12,000 now. तो मैंने आपको दिखाया भी था. Here is the map. Here is India, and this is Turkey and this is Syria, right? So the border here, the southern portion of Turkey and the northern portion of Syria. So this is the place where actually you can use this word epicenter of earthquake. Sometimes these terminologies are used. What is epicenter, hypocenter, focus? These are the terms used for earthquake. Okay, so sometimes when you read newspaper, you will come across this word that this is the epicenter of earthquake. Okay, so please go and read something about these terminologies: epicenter, focus, and hypocenter. Okay, so these are terms associated with earthquake. ये आप जाके पढ़िएगा, because of course maybe it is in the news, so they can ask these keywords. Okay, yes. Now, so they are saying that almost 12,000 people or more than 12,000 people would have died. And there are a lot of 3-4 earthquakes happened. The first is 7.8 magnitude, then I think 7.5, 5 and all. So 4 continuous earthquakes happened. And as I have told you in the last class, this is measured in Richter scale. So let's say this is written, the first one came at 7.8 magnitude. So this 7.8 actually is the Richter scale measurement. So you must be aware of what is Richter scale, because of course it comes in the news. For 2 days and nights since the quake, thousands of searchers have worked in freezing temperature, etc. and all. So that is why you must be aware of it. Now let's talk about the most important article. So star mark this. ये काफी ज़्यादा important article. RBI lifts loan cost to tame inflation. We teach in the paid batch how the increase in repo rate, actually helps in controlling inflation. Okay, so but something I'll be telling you here as well, that you can see it here. Yes, the repo rate actually it was earlier 6.25%, and now the RBI, or the Monetary Policy Committee, has actually increased it to 6.5%. So this is right now the repo rate. Okay, must be aware of it. Now there's a question: what is the repo rate? Your options are interest rate on loans given by RBI to commercial bank, interest rate on loans given to commercial bank to RBI, interest rate on loans given to one bank, given by one bank to another, none of the above. Your time starts now. आपको बताना है कि इस चार में से कौन सा सही ऑप्शन है रेपो रेट से रिलेटेड. They have asked questions from economics in CLAT 2020. ठीक है, so you must be aware of that. CLAT 2020 में economics से क्वेश्चन आया था, and that is why I am giving you these questions. Yes, Namrafta, very good. The right answer is A, interest rate on loans given by RBI to commercial bank. Okay, so that is how it is, which was earlier 6.25%. Now it has increased to 6.5%. So in short, you can say the loans will become costly. Loans taken by banks will become costly, because they have to pay more interest rate, and hence the banks would be giving loans to costly rates to the common man. Yes, and hence because of which money supply in the economy decreases, and when the money supply in the economy decreases, actually inflation is controlled. This is how it works. I have taught this in paid batches. I'll be teaching in the paid batches in detail about this, because of course economics is very important. You should go and read about these terms in CLAT 2020. They have used these terms in the question, like repo rate, then foreign exchange reserve, forex reserve. So these are the terms you should be aware of it. Fiscal deficit. So we teach these things in paid classes, so you must be aware of these things and all. Okay, yes. So Monetary Policy Committee, can anyone write in the live chat how many members are there? How many members are there in MPC, Monetary Policy Committee, and who is the chairman? Who is the chairman of this committee? Chairman of Monetary Policy Committee. So this is a question. So Monetary Policy Committee of RBI has actually raised the benchmark rate. So earlier it was 6.25% and they have increased it to 6.5%. So right now the repo rate is this 6.5%. Please be aware of it. Repo rate is also called as repurchase operation, right? Yes, Gagi, very good. So it is actually Monetary Policy Committee is a 6-member committee, and the chairman of Monetary Policy Committee is, yes, very good, Gagi, RBI Governor. RBI Governor is the chairman of Monetary Policy Committee. His name is Mr. Shakti Kanta Das. Yes, you can see it here. You must be aware of it, right? Amulya, Raj, Gagi, you all are right. B is the right answer to this question. There's a request, guys. Everyone, please press the like button. Sabko like button press karte jana. We are seeing 5 likes, 22 is watching. So sabko like button press kar do. Everyone, at least 30 plus likes, take it. So the Monetary Policy Committee, which lowers its CPI, inflation forecast, etc. and all. So basically, I have told you when repo rate is increased, less money supply in the economy ho jayega, because RBI would be charging more interest, less money supply in the economy. And whenever there is less money supply in the economy, inflation is controlled. So I have taught in the paid classes the concept of demand pull inflation, cost push inflation. In that, if you watch our classes, the paid sessions, you will get to know how it actually works. The entire concept would be clear. Okay, yes. You can see it here, RBI hikes repo rate. How will this impact your loan EMIs? Of course, the loan EMIs most likely it is predicted that this would actually become higher, most likely. So that is how things are. Now, on the first page, there was another article. Amravati is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, tells. That is Home Ministry tells Rajya Sabha. Now, why it is interesting? Because recently, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has decided that some city will be a new capital. What is that city? Yes, Rashmikant Oja, right, repo rate, you have answered it correctly, the definition of repo rate. Can you tell me, recently the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has said that this city will be actually the new capital of Andhra Pradesh very soon. So what is the name of that city? Please write in the live chat. So Amravati is the capital according to the union government. Okay, from Rajya Sabha. So union government said that Amravati is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Yes. Why it is in the news? Because recently the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh had said that they will be building Visakhapatnam to be the new capital of Andhra Pradesh. And that is why it was in the news. And before that, there were proposal of 3 capitals as well, right? Amravati, Kurnool and Andhra Pradesh. So that proposal has been withdrawn now. And now most likely the Chief Minister have said that Visakhapatnam would be the new capital. But let's see, the government has said that up to their knowledge, this Amravati is the capital. Okay. It is said that the state government has not consulted center while enacting these 3 capitals. So there is no consultation. Okay, so just have an idea about it. Okay, yes. Now the next is an appeal to mark February 14 as Cow Hug Day. So this is an appeal by the Animal Welfare Board of India that everyone should be celebrating or observing 14 February as Cow Hug Day, and has appealed to the public to embrace cows. Embrace matlab gale lagna hai na? So that is what they have said, claiming that it would bring emotional richness and increase individual and collective happiness. So that is what the Animal Welfare Board has said कि 14 फरवरी को काउ हग डे मनाए सब कोई, और रिक्वेस्ट किया सारे लोगों से कि इसको फॉलो करें, एम्ब्रेस करें गले लगकर काउ को. सो नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, ठीक है ना, तो इनकी सेक्रेटरी हैं इसके दत्ता, जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया. द एनिमल वेलफेयर बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया इज हेडक्वार्टर्ड वेयर? दिल्ली, तमिलनाडु, महाराष्ट्र, Haryana. Your time starts now. Why I am saying so? Because these types of things actually do come actually in the news, especially in MHCT exam. They ask, where is the headquarter of Zoological Survey of India? Where is the headquarter of this and that and all? So Animal Welfare Board of India is headquartered where? So the right answer to this question actually is D, Haryana, Vallabhgarh. So D is the right answer to this question. Okay. Yes, you can see it here. Vallabhgarh in Haryana. So D is the right answer. Earlier it was headquartered in Chennai, but now the headquarters is in Vallabhgarh, Haryana. So D is the right answer. Yes. Amulya, Raj, you all are right. I hope you are aware it is very new to Delhi. So just If you go slightly south to Delhi, you will find a city called as Ballabgarh, which is actually adjacent to Delhi, you can say. Yes, Amulya, Raj, Savita Verma, you all are right. D is the right answer to this question. The next is, which of the following would be India's first manned mission in space? Your options are Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, Gaganyaan, Shukrayaan. Very, very important. So star mark this question. This is very, very important. Your time starts now. इंडिया का पहला मैन्ड मिशन स्पेस में कौन सा होगा? चंद्रयान, मंगलयान, गगनयान, शुक्रयान. What is the right answer? Yes. So the first manned mission in space would be Gaganyaan. Manned means humans will be going inside it. Okay. Yes. Because on fifth page, there was an article talking about it. So C is the right answer here. Yes. Gargi is right. Gaganyaan is the right answer to this question. Okay. Key trials for Gaganyaan conducted. ISRO along with Indian Navy has conducted an important trial for Gaganyaan human space flight mission, etc. So they have done a trial related with Gaganyaan and all. So that is why Gaganyaan was in the news. So they can ask questions associated with Gaganyaan. So this will be first human space craft. They can be using this word, human spacecraft. First human spacecraft from India. Okay, so just have an idea. Yes, C is the right answer. I got the right answer. Gargi is right. C is the right answer to this question. Okay, before moving on, guys, there's a small announcement. CLAT 2024, secure a seat at Dream NLU. So if you are preparing for CLAT 2024, which is supposed to happen in December, hardly 9-10 months is left. So you must go for this course. That would be very beneficial. 300 plus recorded videos, 300 plus hours of live session, 35 plus mock tests would be provided. If you have any query, call on this number 953889567 per call kijiye. Okay, so just have an idea about it. And there's a free workshop, time management tips for CLAT and boards with Abhimanyu sir on 12th February at 7 p.m. We'll be having this important session. So the link is given in the description from where you can register for this class. Okay, now let's talk about editorials. So these are the top 4 editorials. We'll be discussing about it. This is the letter to editor. You are not supposed to read, but ye wala padhte hain. Lessons from a court appointment drama. We have discussed it in yesterday's class, I think on 6th, 7th February and 8th February class in detail, about the appointment of a lawyer, Victoria Gowdy, as the High Court judge. So there are a lot of actually things which were in the news, a lot of, and I think protests also happened because there are some allegations against her and all. So in the background of that, Mr. Gautam Bhatia has written an article. So he's giving the concept of collegium. I hope you are aware the concept actually started from second judge's case. Then it became famous and it was actually became more comprehensive in third judge's case. So you can say it is the result of second judge's case as well as you can say third judge's case, the idea of collegium. So in 1993, they gave the concept of collegium. That is what they are talking about, that the 3 senior most judges of Supreme Court would be recommending the appointment of a High Court judge. So he's talking about the same, the L. Victoria Gowdy, who was actually appointed as a Madras High Court judge, but there were a lot of actually criticism and all. So actually there is an allegation against her of actually giving hate speech and all. So people filed a petition. The controversy indicates certain continuing structural problems, etc. So he's actually saying that there are some shortcomings in Indian process of judicial appointment which needs to be solved. So one example he's saying is the process is opaque. There is no transparency. This is the first criticism of collegium, that there is no transparency in appointing a High Court judge. The first problem is opacity. Opacity means opaqueness. There is no, clear cut means what the 3-member judges are deciding on what factor they do not reveal. So that is what the criticism is. The functioning of the collegium can be contrasted with judicial appointments in other cities, in other countries like US, South Africa, Kenya, etc. So the author is saying, like we have actually the appointment, judicial appointments in USA, South Africa and Kenya also do happen. But he's saying in these countries that are much better according to him. Okay. So he's actually giving the examples, and the election bodies would take up into account, and indeed given that the jurisdiction requires judicial candidate to face etc. and all. So basically they say in other countries, whenever a person's name is recommended, he or she is supposed to explain and justify the statements, how they relate to the judicial philosophy and all, etc. Okay, so there is increased scrutiny. Increased scrutiny. Scrutiny means you can say increased transparency as far as other countries are concerned. So according to the author, in USA, in South Africa, in Kenya, when a judge is appointed, there is more transparency. People are aware of the background of the judge and all, and the process of appointment. It is more transparent. That is what the author has said. So by contrast, in India, the candidate's name is effectively made public after their selection of the collegium. See, in India, only after the collegium has finally recommended it, the name of the judge, name of the person is made public. But he is saying that is not the case in other countries. So there is more transparency and all that. That is what the idea is and all. Okay, so that is what she is highlighting, this transparency, opaqueness and all. These are the key words he is talking about. It can simply withhold relevant information from collegium and all. तो इसमें बहुत डिटेल नहीं जाना है. एक चीज आपको जानना है कि see, when actually the 3-member collegium, this is the 3-member collegium, the CJI, Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul and Justice KM Joseph. So these are the 3 senior most judges. They recommended the name. Okay, and when the appointment was being done, the petition was challenged, and I have discussed it in yesterday's class, in 7th February class and in 8th February class. So please go and read these classes because these two are very very important for you. ठीक है, इसको दोनों को पढ़ लीजिएगा आप कि actually when these 3 senior most judges recommended the name for the appointment of Victoria Gowdy as the High Court judge of Madras High Court judge. So it was challenged in the court and it went to the Justice Sanjeev Khanna and B.R. Gawai's bench. So now the author says that if the 3 senior most judges of Supreme Court has decided something, that these two are actually comparatively junior. So these 2 junior judges will not actually overrule the judgment or the decision taken by these 3 senior most judges. And that is why, that is what the author has written कि अगर जो 3 senior most judges ने अगर कॉलेज में डिसाइड किया तो junior judges उसको स्टे थोड़ी लगा देंगे, चांसेस कम है. That is what it is. Consider the case where proceedings of the Judicial Appointment Commission have been subjected to judicial review. Yes. So he says in South Africa, if a judge is being appointed, the appointment can be challenged in court. Yes, there is a provision and all. कि आसानी से उसको चैलेंज किया जा सकता है अगर उसमें कुछ इश्यूज है तो अपॉइंटमेंट में. That is what actually the author is saying. So that is what actually the entire thing is. Even if there is a collegium recommendation, it can be challenged. There should be transparency how the person's name has been chosen and all. ठीक है. So इसी की बात की जा रही. That is what he says. Now कभी-कभी ये पूछा था eligibility. Now he is saying when this was challenged in a 2-judge bench, Justice Sanjeev Khanna and B.R. Gawai, they checked the eligibility of the candidate, whether the candidate is eligible or not. So eligibility is this. If you want to become a High Court judge, then you have to have a 10-year and judicial office. You should be in a 10-year as a judicial office and at least 10 year as an advocate in a High Court. ठीक है ना. तो अगर आप 10 साल के लिए हाई कोर्ट में एडवोकेट या 10 साल के लिए जुडिशियल ऑफिसर हैं, so you are eligible for High Court judge. ठीक है. Now, but the criticism was that actually the allegation was not about the eligibility but about the suitability. So there is a difference between eligibility and suitability. So eligibility means whether you are following all the criteria or not. So actually in her case, all the criteria are being met. She might have been an advocate for more than 10 years. But suitability means whether actually all the things are crystal clear or not, or is there any allegation or something like that. So according to the author, there is an allegation of hate speech against her, and according to the author, because of which she is not suitable. Author के हिसाब से क्योंकि उनकी against hate speech का allegation है, इसलिए वो शायद suitable नहीं है. That is what the author has written. So that is about it. एक चीज आपको बस ये याद रखना है, you should be knowing it. This is actually article 217 talks about it. Read about the eligibility of a High Court judge after the class is over. This is important. ठीक है. High Court judge की eligibility के बारे में पढ़िएगा because that would be actually very very important for you. ठीक है. Okay. The judicial order dismissing the challenge to Miss Victoria's Gowdy appointment was a chronicle of a failure foretold. Once the collegium recommendation was in, it was obvious that for the reasons explained above, there would be no going back regardless of the desires, etc. and all. ठीक है. तो वही उन्होंने कहा कि the judicial order that it was challenged and the Supreme Court actually rejected the petition against her. So she was finally appointed as a judge of High Court and all. तो इसी की बात हो रही. Again जो साइड में आर्टिकल थी, again the same thing was there. This is actually the editor's opinion, the Hindu editor's opinion, and they have also criticized this. So they are saying they has actually there is an allegation against her of hate speech and all. That is what. So they are saying that is actually problematic. The appointment is problematic. That is what the author has written and all. So earlier the Union Law Ministry had processed the recommendation concerning a set of candidates with extraordinary speed not displayed in other cases and all. So the author is saying that the Law Ministry approved it very fast according to the author. And in other cases, the Law Ministry might not have approved so fast and all. That is what the author has written. The author ने ये लिखा है. So they are actually criticizing the appointment. Bottom line यही है. ठीक है. So the challenge to Ms. Gowdy's appointment was on the ground that there can be effective consultation, relevant information placed before the collegium. Her appointment may not have been materialized. So they are saying if there would have been more consultation or more transparency would be there, then perhaps there would not have been her appointment. I mean, appointment would not have been possible. तो ऐसा लिखा हुआ है कि अगर और consultation होता और transparency होता कॉलेजियम में तो शायद उनका अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं होता because the criticism would have been there and all. So that is what it is saying कि actually judge anyone is supposed, a judicial officer is supposed to be absolutely neutral as far as religion is etc is concerned. So that is one thing the author is talking about and all. ठीक है. So इसी के बारे में that is what is being discussed here. Now let's talk about this second half. Nordic India connect to power and green transition. So एक question है. Since we are talking about Nordic countries, which of the following is not a part of Nordic countries? Your options are Ireland, Iceland, Finland, Denmark. Your option starts, your time starts now. इनमें से कौन सा Nordic countries नहीं है? And if anyone knows, can anyone tell me कि how many nations, I mean, which nations are called as Nordic countries? किसको किसको कहते हैं? Waiting for the answers. Yes, the right answer is Ireland is the right answer to this question. अब देखो दिखाते हैं. It is India. ठीक है. So Iceland, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. These are generally considered as Nordic nations. ठीक है ना? Iceland, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. कुछ और भी Faroe Island, Green Island is also there because Greenland is part of Denmark. So these are actually considered as Nordic countries. ठीक है. In fact, it includes Greenland as well. Okay, yes. Yes, Amelia Raj, very good. हाँ, so you have reached very much correctly. So Ireland part नहीं है, Iceland is a part of it. So just be aware of it. ठीक है ना? So Ireland यहाँ पर है, ये वाला Ireland है. This one is Ireland. This is not a part of it. So Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. These are part of it. And these are actually very, I mean, there is not much population density. They are very much developed in all the index. You will find them at the rank high because there are very less population. So doing governance is very easy and all. Yes. So that is what actually is talking about a Nordic India connect to power, a green transition. That is what he's talking about. So we can actually, he's talking, so he is actually the Norway minister and another one is Finland's minister. So both are actually the minister and they have together written this article. Over the last decades, Nordic countries have been pioneering green technologies. So when you use the word green technology, what do you mean by this? So when I say the word green technology, so green technology means which actually are renewable energies, right? And I hope you all are aware that Denmark is very famous for what? So here is Denmark and it is very famous for wind energy. You must have heard. Famous for wind energy, the most successful wind energy you will find this country, right? So basically he's talking about it that India can be having a good relation or actually having a relation with Nordic countries so that Nordic countries would be helping India in moving towards green technology. Green technology means the technology which is causing less pollution, right? The second thing is what is the benefit of India? If you see it carefully, India lies in this region, I mean this tropical region. Yes, I hope you are aware of it. So when India lies in tropical region, the best thing about it is that when India lies in tropical region, it can even tap the sunlight benefit, solar energy, which you will not find in this region as well, because they are not in tropical region, they are very much away. So in fact, geographically also, India is having a benefit of solar energy potential because India is in this region. So here actually the Tropic of Cancer goes. And so half of India is actually in this region, right? So that is what you should be knowing it. Over the last decades, we have also been at the forefront of developing new green technology and solutions such as hydrogen, offshore wind, batteries, carbon capture, etc. So that is what he is talking about, the hydrogen gas, hydrogen energy, which actually is considered as a very environment friendly. Wind energy, we have discussed it, electric vehicles and all. So that is what. Carbon capture, this has been done by Iceland. I hope you are aware of this. You understand the concept of carbon capture? Anyone? Is it buffering or I think fine, guys? You understand the concept of carbon capture? Carbon capture means, like for example, if there is a pollution happening, so there is a plant, industrial plant, which actually captures the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and actually converts it into, sends it into inside the rock. So पत्थर में तब्दील कर देता है ये carbon dioxide को. That's actually has been done. Yes, Amulya Raj, very good. It passes through 8 states. Very good. Huh? So that is what is being talked about here. Our ambition, common ambition is for Nordic region to become the most suitable and integrated region in the world by 2030. I hope you are aware there is a target of sustainable development goals and the target is by 2030. Huh. Okay. So what is sustainable development? Sustainable development means development done in such a way, development done in such a way that it is not the future generations needs are not compromised. It means you are developing but not causing very much pollution or not depleting the resources, human resources a lot. Means that is how actually we need to balance the environment and development. That is what the idea of sustainable development is. We work together to build a green, competitive and socially sustainable region and all. Okay, yes. So at the Nordic India Summit held in Copenhagen, which is the capital of Denmark, in May last year, 5 Nordic Prime Minister and India's Prime Minister agreed to intensify cooperation and all. So he's saying that in Denmark, the capital of Denmark, last year the meeting happened between Nordic India Summit. So 5 Prime Ministers of Nordic countries and PM Modi was there and they intensified the cooperation in digitalization. I hope you are aware of this term, digitization. Everyone knows this. Renewable energy, right? We have discussed it. Solar energy, wind energy, these all are renewable energy. Maritime industries means industries which are actually in the coastal areas. And the circular economy and all, that is what actually was the agreement happened. So that is what actually is talking about. Then India has grown to become a priority country for Finland. All great illustration of this that Finland opened a new consulate general in Mumbai. So yes. So for Finland, India become very important. That is why there's a concept called as embassy. You will find embassy, let's say you will find the Finland's embassy in Delhi. You will find in Delhi. But in other cities, let's say if Finland wants to establish more embassy, they set up what we call it as consulate. Consulate is similar to embassy, but it is generally not in capital. For example, in Mumbai, they have opened it. So why they are opening so much consulates and embassies? So that people from India can easily go to Finland. So there should be more and more movement of people here and there. With the help of trades and movement of people and all. Sneha will be having a session for that. Okay. We have accepted your recommendation. Okay, haan. So everyone please press the like button, guys. We are seeing 13 likes, 28 is watching. So sabko like button press kar do, everyone. Yes. Trade between Norway and India has doubled in the last 3 years. The Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund is likely to become one of India's largest single foreign investors, around $17.6 billion and all. Okay. So that is what he's saying. We have actually made a wealth fund, sovereign wealth fund, Norway sovereign wealth, where actually both the nations are investing and all. Okay, so इसी की उन्होंने बात की है. So now they're talking about Norway and Finland have ongoing free trade agreement, investment negotiation with India. Now, what is free trade agreement? Free trade agreement means there is no or very less import taxes or duties. So for example, if India is exporting something to Finland, there would be no or very less taxes, very less tax imposed by Finland. Similarly, if Finland is exporting something to India, there will be very less or no taxes and all. So that is what it is being discussed here. The Indian Minister for Commerce and Industry, Mr. Piyush Goyal, has stated that today's trade agreement must be fair, equitable and balanced. Yes, that is what our Commerce Minister has said. That the trade agreement should be fair, equitable and balanced means if one is allowing the free trade agreement, the other should be. Means free trade agreement should be parallel. Means if we are not giving any tax, if we are not imposing any tax, you should not also be imposing any tax. So it should be the from both the hands, right? हम कहते हैं ताली दोनों हाथ से बजती है. So both should be helping each other, and there should be no, I can say, unbalanced. There should be actually balanced in trade and all. That is what the idea is. Yes, Nokia is from Finland, right, Rashmikant? So that is what is being discussed. एक side में article थी, which is actually talking about old rivalry, new goal. a lot more than border Gavaskar trophies at stake for Australia, India, etc. So actually today the border Gavaskar trophy is starting. So I saw in the morning, and this was, I think, the score. Australia versus India match is happening. So let's see. First the match is over, the series is over. Then it becomes important for you to understand, I mean, who won the match, man of the series, etc. You must be aware of that. Okay. The status and proceeds of disinvestment. Text and context में article थी. This is important. Now you are supposed to understand what is disinvestment. Can anyone write in the live chat what is the meaning of disinvestment? क्या होता है? So basically, let's say LIC has 100% share with government. ठीक है. If the government is selling, let's say, initial share of, let's say, 10%. So selling the shares, it means if government is selling the share to the private, this is actually the process of disinvestment. And with the help of that, government raises money. It gets money and all. Yes. So that is how the concept of disinvestment works. So if the government needs money, it will be selling some portion, let's say 10% of the share to private company. Okay. Okay. So in that case, this process is called as disinvestment. So if it is selling that 10% share, a private company would be giving some amount, let's say rupees 100 crore. I'm just giving an example. Let's say rupees 100 crore. So this 100 crore actually would be helpful in government in spending other places. So that is called as disinvestment. It helps government raise money and all. So इसी के बारे में actually the entire discussion is all about that. है ना? तो आप देख सकते हो इसमें. So union budget, the government has set a disinvestment target of 51,000 crore. So it means government would be earning the revenue of 51,000 crore by selling the shares of different companies and all. That is how the idea is. When the government starts selling shares of PSU. Very good, Rashmikant Oja. Good. Disinvestment or divestment in this context is when the government sells assets or subsidiaries such as center, state, public sector enterprise. So then he's talking about minority disinvestment. Minority disinvestment happens when actually it is less than 50% share is being sold. Majority disinvestment happens when more than 51% share or more than 50% share is being sold. So that's called as majority disinvestment. Yes, Rashti, right. Everyone please press the like button. We are seeing 16 likes, 30 is watching. So सबको like button press करते जाओ. So these are some of the facts. आपको इसको याद नहीं रखना है. Just I'm showing you. ठीक है कि how the disinvestment would be done. But just have an idea. है ना? And there's the homework. Go and read about IPO and FPO, initial public offering and follow-on public offering. What are these two terms? Go and read it because that would be important from exam point of view. Now, page number 10, Collegium rejects proposal for High Courts Vinod Chandran named as for Patna High Court. Rejects means change, shuffles or change the decision. So initially he was supposed to be appointed as a Guwahati High Court Chief Justice. Guwahati High Court Chief Justice. But now he will be appointed as Patna High Court Chief Justice. Why? Because recently the Patna High Court Chief Justice, Justice Sanjay Karol, he was the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, and he has been appointed as a Judge of Supreme Court. Okay. So since he has been appointed as a Judge of Supreme Court, there is a vacancy in the Patna as far as Chief Justice is concerned. So that is why the senior most judge from Kerala High Court, Justice K. Vinod Chandran, would be the Chief Justice of Patna High Court now. So that is how the Collegium has taken the decision. Okay, that is how it works. Now, the next is Indian missing, 10 stuck in quake affected areas of Turkey, says MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. Ministry of External Affairs, or you can call it as Foreign Ministry. Okay. So just have an idea about it. Okay, yes. Anna. Nahi, Amolia Raj, please correct your definition. IPO has some different meaning. Go and find out. It's a homework. Okay, and after that, write in the comment. Now, there's a question. What is the name of the operation under which India is helping Turkey? Very, very important. Star market. Isko star lagana. Your options are Operation Namaste, Operation Disaster Help, Operation Dost, Operation Help. Your time starts now. कौन से ऑपरेशन के अंदर टर्की को हेल्प किया जा रहा है? Yes, when earthquake has hit, I hope you are aware. So the answer is Operation Dost. So C is the right answer to this question. One Indian national has been missing in the earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria. The Ministry of External Affairs has said, etc. And Indian rescue effort under Operation Dost. So that is important. Yes. Yes, C is the right answer. Yes, Priya Chavan, Rashmikant, Amulya Raj, Pooja Pandey, Priya, Rashmika Koshi, you all are right. C is the right answer to this question. Okay. Yes. The senior diplomat said Operation Dost was put together in consultation, etc. and all. So basically it is helping both Turkey and Syria. So ये term याद रखना होगा, ये पूछते हैं एग्जाम में directly. So they may be asking this in the upcoming MHCT exam. Yes, CLAT में पूछ लेंगे. What is the name of that operation? So Operation Dost. Please remember that. Koshi Soni, Priya Chavan, you all are right. Now the next is Arogya Setu app contact tracing data deleted, says IT Ministry. Now what is Arogya Setu app? So this app was actually a contact tracing app. Contact tracing app means app which was helpful actually in finding out the COVID affected person and all. So now the government has said that they have deleted the data because of course it is otherwise, there are chances of leakage, so privacy violation can be there. So that is why according to the IT Ministry, they have deleted those data and all. Okay. So there is a homework. Go and find out which company actually made this Arogya Setu app. So go and find out. Okay, so homework. Now on the world page, Zelensky makes a stronger appeal for British jet fighters. That was in the news actually. I hope you are aware. The president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, actually visited, surprise visit to London, and he met actually the King of Britain as well, and he thanked the UK for its support and all, and he might be taking help from Britain by taking fighter jets, etc. Last year he was given Time Magazine Person of the Year award. Of the year award, right? So you must be knowing that as well. Okay. Now here it is. Biden warns US will act on China after downing surveillance balloon. We have discussed it in the last classes on actually 7th and 8th February. We have discussed it. Okay. So just be aware of that. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and download the BYJU'S exam prep app. Thank you everyone. There's a request. Everyone please press the like button. We are seeing 18 likes, 32 is watching. Sabko like button press kar do. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.